I think that they can easily, or not easily, but this has got to be the game that's more likely to take a game off of Quincy Cruz than anybody else. And I know I'm cursing. I'm gonna knock on the wood just for my boys on Zero. There's Brax there. I want that man to get a Chipotle sponsorship. I want Eternal Envy to be the protagonist of his dreams. I want to see South American players who are relatively unknown like Wish succeed. But the other two, no cares. Roya, Snake King, I've got no feeling towards them, positive or negative. A big part of me just wants to see big teams fail,
Damn, man.
I know that sounds awful, but I want to see people contest them. I want to see Secret get bodied by like an open qualifier team, same way LGD did, and just kind of like laugh at their fans. Like, not
Dude,
the players.
That was a rough day for me. Holy shit.
There was what's her name on that one team that bodied
that was on Blaze, dude. That was on Blaze. Axe, she's amazing.
Axe, yeah.
She's such a good player. I wish we'd see her in this roster shuffle. She's so good.
And I love bringing that up to people, like whenever they say, "Oh yeah, there's no good female Dota 2 players." It's like, oh ho ho, what about this one who brought down PSG LGD out of the open qualifiers over here, huh? How about that? How about you shut your goddamn mouth?
Yeah, Axe she's amazing. I've got to watch her a couple times. She's played with some interesting teams. Like that Blaze lineup wasn't even the best team she's ever played for. She played with Newbie Boss, and that was very exciting because I think she was playing with like Zhao 8 and a couple other staples of the Chinese scene. She needs to find a squad. Like, come on, Keen Gaming, come back into Dota. I don't know if they're gonna host a roster, but I'll make a roster around it. You grab me some good players, get me OP in the off lane, Axe in the mid lane. I'll bring back Aggressive. I don't care. He can play for my team.
It all comes
and you hit like Fenrir and who's my other sport? Somebody. Snake King dying over bottom potentially.
He's got boots though.
Okay. Yeah, boots first item.
They call him Snay Legs King because he's got them legs to move
ends up
quick.
being an off-lane Venge, by the way. But I'll make a roster around it. You grab me some good players, get me OP in the off lane, Axe in the mid lane. I'll bring back Aggressive. I don't care. He can play for my team.
It all comes
and you hit like Fenrir and who's my other sport? Somebody. Snake King dying over bottom potentially.
He's got boots though.
Okay. Yeah, boots first item.
They call him Snay Legs King because he's got them legs to move
ends up
quick.
being an off-lane Venge, by the way.
Yep. He heads up to the top lane. His teammates force you to salve on him, but he's here to try and shut down Yuara's game. Brax is actually on this vengeful spirit rather than the Mirana, which I'm not crazy on, but I believe Wish to go with damage build rather than this like Yule Scepter Mirana that we've seen quite a bit.
I think when I've seen Wish play on Unknown and Guerrilla's Pride, it's on this Murano a lot. Like, I think this is one of his better heroes from what I remember.
Yeah. We've seen just like the Murano build utility items so many times, but in this situation, when you've got the marksmanship, when you've got Vengeance Aura to fall back on, you can definitely scale into that right-click hero. And you're also an Egg Scrambler, as I'm calling them now. Egg Scramblers, everyone. They're going to be a thing.
Now, one day BSJ is going to use the term Egg Scrambler at his next event, and Neff's just going to be like, that's my line!
He can have it, No cares what BSJ says anymore. He's betrayed the North American region.
Or fine, Kyle will say it.
Alright, that's fine. That dude, Kyle's a wild guy.
I love me some Kyle.
I've got mixed feelings on him. He's a wild card, that's for sure.
Big fan of Nahaz as well. I love listening to him. You can feel the passion when he's speaking.
Yeah. stats people I also have mixed feelings on, but they're interesting to listen to. I've got mixed feelings on many people in the Dota scene. It's mostly players I like. Yeah.
So you are up towards top this time. He was playing mid on that Morphling, and they've moved Quinn onto the Monkey King. I swear I watched Quinn play a pub the other day. I was like testing my stream and whatnot, and I was using that as like something for moving video on the stream when I was testing it when I got that new edge box, and he was playing pretty well. And he's 14-5 right now. Doing a good job over mid up against this Kunkka of Ryoya, who is 14-0. I'm not certain how many times he's come over to this little neutral camp, though.
Yeah. He doesn't want to... I think he's hesitant to sit in the lane against Quinn here. Afraid of getting zoned out. Doesn't want to take the Mischief, or sorry, the Jingu Master he stacks, and then gets zoned, so... he's got to play a little bit further back right now.
On SVG, Snaking taking a lot of damage, but there's the snowball. They have the sweep on the Venge. Yawar, time walk off, first hit bash. That'll help him get first blood. Snaking drops. They try to play aggressive on the side of Team Zero, bites him in the butt.
That good Void player will get that time lock off exactly when he needs to. So a nice pickup there. Bottom lane, Dry Ranger's doing a decent job of zoning Lelis and MSS, which of course being an okay here for dealing with this as well, and throw out the arrows onto the boards and pick them off instantly. They're worth a decent chunk of XP. I believe it's 60 experience for a boar. It's not bad. You can get ahead with levels as well if you just keep letting Wiz have these. In fact, yeah, there you go. Ellis is trying to position himself in such a way where the boars don't just get hit by the arrows. He ends up tanking them, but I think he's gotten a couple now. Top lane. About to do the old big camp at the top fight. Tomato clapper stomping people.
Hellbear giving that thunder clap over. You are. Level 4 goes 2 into the time walk, 2 into the time lock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time dilation isn't great here because the skill is going to be off of cooldown most of the time on Zero. This lane. Helping to max out Vengeance Aura as well. So, quicker time walk to disengage from this.
Magic missile up top, snowball. Yawar ends up dead. SVG unable to get the save. Nightmare comes through out onto the Tusk. And now goes after SVG. Shards are right in front of him. They should be able to get the kill. One more shot. He has a fairy fire. I wonder if he'll... No, he won't die this.
No. Unfortunately, SVG is a little much faster. 305 movement speed. I missed that one there. I mean, that's one of the reasons why he started trying to get out of the lane.
Snowball? Can he catch him? No. Oh, yeah! And he goes up onto the high ground. Okay. Picks up the bounty rune. Quinn pops the salve. He's faster. Ends up turning on a Snaking. Snaking might just be dead. He already used the snowball. Does he have balanced strike? Yes, he does. But now the magic missile. Brax comes back and helps get the kill on a Quinn.
Just like that, turns on its head. He did get the bounty rune there on Quinn, but it almost turned out very badly there. Oh. Bottom lane, I missed that one. Diving under tower. I mean, that's the price you pay for having to rotate there. Want to bring the Mirana top? They punish Eternal Envy immediately. He goes down.
Snowball now on the Void. Arrow, ooh, miss from Wish. That allows Yawar to time walk out. They look for the kill on a Snaking. He's going in on this. I'm shocked.
Oh, he wakes him up with the howl. Can they finish this guy off? Snaking has to be careful with how close he gets in here.
All right. He's dead too. What? It's a bloodbath.
Yeah. And Eternal Envy says, you know what? No, I don't want to be in that lane anymore. I'm going top. If you guys want to be all up here, you can protect me up here. I'm shoving this lane in. It's that makes sense, though. The lane is shoved all the way into the tower. Eternal Envy is very susceptible to just getting chased down by Lels with this boar.
Dire's top tower is in danger.
And the TPs on his teammates are, I think they're on cooldown. They don't want to put them on cooldown, rather. But this gives Quinn an excuse to head up here. If he's shutting down Eternal Envy, then all the more reason to make the trip. Only
I don't know if
question is
Chronosphere yet, so no 6 for the Void to potentially go in on that. He's just actually in the jungle for right now. Picks up a mango tree, sends it back. He doesn't want to plant it himself. Hashtag not team trees, apparently.
Radiant have
5-man top. It's 7 minutes in the game. Let's go. Envy, what are you doing, buddy?
There's no Chronosphere, so it's not like Yawar can do much. Snowball all the way over. There's the magic missile. Meanwhile, Quinn comes over. They already got the kill on a Yawar. 5 heroes here. Quinn with a 3-man boundless strike. Ghost ship hits onto the Bane. They've got the shards that box in. Quinn will go after Ryoya with the Sunray right onto Ryoya. But down goes MSS. 3 heroes dead. Quinn finally gets that kill onto the Kunkka. Primal Roar gets used. Hits the Tusk. Primal Spring down. Looking over at Snake King. 1 shot more, and there's the kill onto Tusk. So 2 for 4. Or 2 for 3. Huh?
Yeah. Definitely worth it, though. Once again, casters down Eternal Envy. Once again, local men baffled. So, ended up being a good play for him going behind that tower there. XP and gold actually went slightly in favor of Radiant team there, but I think it was worth it just because you can send Eternal Envy bottom. He shoved that out and started safely farming, but they're trying to respond to it.
Yawar is not having fun. He's still not level 6.
Yeah. But, Quinn tried to respond to that Eternal Envy rotation bottom immediately after that team fight. Doesn't want him to get away with that free farm this game, it seems. No, he's on to him. No diving behind the tier 1 tower and sneaking your way out and thinking everyone forgot about you against Quinn.
Dire's top tower is
So,
under attack.
I like how Envy's played this one. Going top immediately after playing aggressive, going behind the tower, and then bottom afterwards once he found a little bit of space.
Wiz ends up dead.
Haste.
Down goes Bane.
I know I should respect the dead, but
Yeah,
first
it's,
I have to earn.
It's inevitable. You have to put the Tusk to sleep, and you're already beside tag team. You're under the effects of frost arrows. You're just barely moving away from this drown, taking so much damage. Top lane, Lola's trying to set up for a kill on Brax here. Primal Roar is available.
Where's the follow-up? It's a Sunray. Magic Missile comes out. Brack's getting low. And they'll finish off the Venge. So Lois gets the kill with the 2 boards going under the tower. They'll take him out. Meanwhile, Torrent hits on the Quinn. SVG comes over. Nightmare. Ghost ship. That comes through. And with the damage from Eternal Envy, they'll finish off the Monkey King.
All that sleep really did was set up for the boat, unfortunately. So it slows down Quinn's game quite a bit. And again, if you're not just popping off as a laning phase, you're having a pretty bad time. Once again, we see this hero doesn't really have an ultimate. Such a slow ability that Quinn at level 8 right now opts not to take it. They don't have anything to hold them in either. They have the Chronosphere, but you definitely want to be committing that with the Phoenix Egg, not the Wukong's command. Over in jungle, Lela's working on this Vladimir's offering. Plans on taking the fight to the enemy team pretty quickly. So odd seeing him go for this instead of the Necronomicon, but it makes sense if you got the Void on your team, the Monkey King on your team, these melee frontliners that are constantly clicking the enemies. Not just the bonus damage, but of course, life stealing backup can make the difference in these team fights, whether or not you're able to take it. Boundless strike onto several heroes under the fix of Vladimir's offering. You just heal up a bunch. You don't need to wait on that Jingu mastery.
So close game so far. Switch over the net worth. Monkey King is at the top for right now. Quinn going into the Desolator.
Who are you favoring?
I feel like I can't doubt Quincy Crew.
You can't doubt Quincy Crew, but like I was saying at the start, if there was a team in a draft to take this, it would be Zero. Envy is a mad genius, and I really like what he did with his draft this game.
Ultimate glory.
I feel like Quincy Crew kind of handed him off the Vengeful Spirit and was too good to take. They definitely discussed it for a little while. Like I said, it seemed like a very obvious pick, but they went through like a minute and a half of time before like locking it in, which seemed odd to me. They might have had something else in mind. Quinn's doing an alright job of slowing down EE's farm this game, though. Again, just following him around the map, being a nuisance.
Dyer's bottom tower is in danger.
I think he dies here, Envy.
They do have Fiend's Grip. He backed off, I think, just in time, and they do actually have now Ryoya coming over. Got the X.
The Hawk blocked the arrow.
Torrent. Oh, SVG surviving for a second. Supernova down, ends up dead. Balanced Strike comes in as well as the Primal Roar. That means Ryoya dies. Not the trade they want.
That was close though. That Bane almost got out of that one. That last arrow, I think I couldn't tell who it came out of, the Drow Ranger or the Marana. I think maybe it was. I can just check. Yeah, it was the Marana.
Well, they've got vision on Envy. For the Wukongs, but can't get it off. Now the Chronosphere comes in on just the Tusk and actually onto Quinn. They get the swap. Balance Strike out on 3 heroes. Wukong's command to follow it up. They'll kill off Snake King. They'll go for Prax. They get the kill on a 2. Double kill for Quinn. Wiz on the run, but here comes SVG. Doesn't have Fiend's Grip, but he does have Nightmare. However, he can't land it on a Wish.
Radiant's bottom tower has
But there's that Chrono underneath the enemy tower. Not a whole lot they're able to do to you if your Vengeful Spirit is in position to swap them out. It gets a little bit easier once Venge is at that level 12. He's able to sit further back, swap people out from further away. But until then,
Balance Strike. Just trying to maybe stop the timing of the X as well as the Ghost Ship. I guess killing the Quinn.
middle tower.
Quinn popping off at the start of this game, and now starting to slow down a little bit. We saw similar out of Chris Luck that one game. He's just having an amazing game on Monkey King as well. Feels like this hero's pacing is a little bit odd. Nice dodge.
Oh, Magic Missile on Alelis. He gets it with the Walrus Punch. Wiz getting the kill. He goes in between 5 heroes. Alelis in a really bad spot considering where his team was at.
He's a big one to bring down as well. He's got the Vladimir's Offering. He has Inner Beast and Medallion of Courage. With him down, it's much easier to take these team fights. So, Quincy crew, of course, they back off. They don't have Chrono available either. Your warrior goes, okay, well, I guess I'll just hit Ancients or something until you're back up, man. You're really slowing us down.
Nicely done.
More Mask Command is BKB. Quinn finishing off the Deso in 1200 gold.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Roya.
Balance Strike, Icarus dive, Snaking. Jingu pops off. Moonlight Shadow, they'll place the Sentry for after the Snowball hits, so Snaking will stay on him. They'll get the kill, and now they'll look for the tier 1 over mid. Only their second tower if they can grab it, but there's the Glyph. They're coming around the side. They've got the X as well as the Torn. Are they going to commit the Ghost Ship onto this? Not yet. Quinn comes over, and there's the Primal Spring. Good place for the Supernova. Balance Strike. We're in trouble with the Fiend's Grip from SVG. Falls, and so will the tier 1 tower mid. Meanwhile, up towards top, you are looking over at Eternal Envy. Not an easy kill to get. Time walking in would mean that he just gets silenced. Arrow hits. Yawar ends up dead. Very well done by Wiz.
Yeah, that guy, the entire time there, he just about had Chrono up. Had Mask of Madness timed up with it when it finished its cooldown when Mask of Madness expired. But the silence came up from the Drow Ranger, and of course that arrow, very well timed by Wiz, taking down Yawar there. I was going to say, like, Quincy Crew's playing this game with their pacing so well. Every time these last 2 team fights, the positioning of this egg has been so good. Like, just a little bit outside of the range of the enemy tower where they can't commit onto it. But Yawar, again, wasn't really part of that. It costs them a lot when he gives up these kills to Eternal Envy, because you're going to have to be scared of him in the late game. He's able to just blow you up. You have to go far out of your way to build armor items like Assault in order to deal with his marksmanship. So late game, this Tusk is going to get this Blink Dagger. He's going to hop on top of you, and you're going to die in seconds flat. Speaking of, mid lane,
in trouble. Magic Missile, Sunray on him. Lois wasn't with the Primal Roar. They were just able to get that kill. And over towards mid, he's finally going to finish this Desolator.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
This item increases DPS by quite a bit.
Dyer's and fortified their structures against attack.
Monkey King feels so weird right now. Again, he pops off in such a big way, but the fact that his ultimate feels so underwhelming. Oh, over here,
Sunray?
it's us. They commit the roar for that one, actually. Arroyo, he's in no man's land over here, and with Quinn already up here, you're dead. There is no way to get out of this.
Look to their top tower.
X on a Queen. Ryoya on the run. Has a TP. Ooh.
Their way.
He's
Sir?
got it.
Oh. Arroyo, playing dangerously. These things pay off in a big way. You make so much space for your team when you get away with that. But I'm clenching right now.
All puckered up.
Yeah. My lips, of course.
That's what I meant. Tighten your face up. Go.
Yeah.
I know you give that
you
little
got the
scrunch.
camera on me. You can see my reaction, probably.
I need a dedicated third monitor for Nefcam.
Ricky had it on. He was on with me the other day, fixing your internet.
Are scanning for enemies.
Loving those reactions.
Wave Terror and the shards blocked in Lelis. Now they've got the snowball to follow it up. They look for the walrus punch. There it is. Ghost ship coming in. Chrono! Oh, it's massive on all 5 heroes. So Supernova. It's just a little late. They've got the Fiend's Grip on the Drow. The right click's coming in. They will get the kill to Eternal Envy. They Primal Roar him just to make sure. X though on a Yawar. That'll send him back. He also gets hit by the Torrent. They have the Dust. That'll hit Brax. Icarus dive over. Yawar looking to catch up to Snaking or Brax. Now the Nightmare is there. They've secured this kill. Meteor Hammer dropped down.
Not because they had to, but because they're one of the style points. Which is an important factor in Dota. Especially NA Street Dota, you know? It's like those snowboarding games, right? Like you win the competition, but you also need to pull off those tricks in order to get points. Doesn't connect with Wiz, unfortunately. SVG's Fiend's Grip was on cooldown, so it would have been tricky getting that Mirana, who had a couple of leap charges there, regardless. We can sleep him.
Found him now. Time dilation. Not even gonna chase.
Both these heroes just walking into each other. Funny to see it. I don't think you really want to do this, fellas. They can see you.
Boundless Strike, Snowball for the Wukong's command, but there's the Walrus Punch. They've got the X as well as the Ghost Ship. They caught Quinn, and they'll get the kill. Envy gets swapped out. Now they've got the Disarm on Yawar. Sunray keeping Yawar healthy. Wukong's command used by Quinn. They didn't get the kill on the Monkey King. Yoroya here will fall, and so will Snaking. So 3 heroes dead. Envy on the run. Gushed up on to this Yawar Void. Time walk off first to Bash, of course.
That one felt a little bit desperate. Again, walking in the river, maybe they didn't realize the enemies were there. They had the wards here and here. They think, okay, we just saw them sort of nearby. I don't think they would have thought they'd run straight into the river. And the boat kept them up for a little bit, but again, you can't have them go on Eternal Envy at all in these team fights. You need the Vengeful Spirit sitting behind them, and you need Envy somehow clicking them. And they're just not giving them the opportunity here on Quincy Crew. The positioning on Zero is just a little bit off. In order to take these fights. And with the enemy team already set up in the Roche pit, Chronosphere 15 seconds away, Supernova available, you can't actually take this fight. At least I hope you don't try to take this fight. If they try here on Zero, this could be disastrous. Snatching the Aegis would be great, but into all of this team fight right now from Quincy Crew?
Nightmare on a Wish. Snaking coming over, or at least thinking about it. And Wish is able to leap away. Brax on the high ground. Chrono hits the Kunkka. Right click's coming out from Envy. It pushes away Yawar, but Quinn's right on him. Magic Missile hit. Gust back. Primal Roar now out onto this Kunkka. Ryoya in some trouble. They've got the Disarm out on a Quinn. Ghost Ship to try and stay alive, but there's the Sunray and the final blows on Ryoya to get the kill. Walrus Punch hits Quinn. He'll use that Essence Ring to try and stay alive. Shards out, hits on a Lelis as well as Quinn. Boundless Strike gets the kill into Eternal Envy. Snake King falls and Quinn survives. GG is just called by Team Zero. They tap out. They will take no more, and Quincy Crew will take the 2 up.
Pretty quick series there. Quincy Crew still undefeated in this tournament, BTS Pro Series 3. It looked like your best shot with this lineup, but again, your positioning was just a little bit off. They kept getting on Envy. Super good awareness by Quinn. Again, he kept his eyes on Eternal Envy the entire game. Every time he wanted to move around or like change lanes to farm or quickly teleport like from top to bottom in that one team, but Quinn went ahead and they followed him. So we stopped him from doing that same thing that he did game 1 on the Lifestealer. The only difference was this time you had such big team fight on Quincy Crew that, you know, if they did manage to get these initiations on you, then you just lost. So well played by them. I like the draft here on 0, but Quincy Crew once again showing off why they're the top team in North America right now.
So they keep the unbeaten streak alive. They beat 0-2-0, and they'll move on to tomorrow, where they end up going up against Thunder Predator, and then the last 2 days they have 2 series. So Thunder Predator will certainly be a challenge. We'll see if Thunder Predator are up for it. It's their first matchup since getting 2-0'd by Haven Liberty.